Okay, WandaVision, episode 8, called Previously On, which I like, I don't know. Do you remember previously on Lost, or previously on X-Men, or previously on X-Files? And I don't know. I just love when shows do that. Like growing up, I was just always saying, just out of nowhere, previously on X-Men. Because, like Cyclops would say that if it was a continued story. It was just a lot of fun. So it was fun to have an episode with that title. But oh man, I don't know if I'm going to go through the whole episode. This is more for people who have seen the episode, and I'm going to talk about what I thought was going to happen as I was watching it. So Agatha, I guess I should say spoilers, probably. I mean, I think that's going to happen naturally in this discussion. But Agatha sees Scarlet Witch as almost like a witch threat. Like Agatha's like, I'm super powerful, but you are even more powerful. How are you more powerful? I don't understand. I need to figure this out. So she takes her on this mental journey to figure out why Scarlet Witch is so powerful. Although she doesn't have that name Scarlet Witch yet, right? She's just Wanda. We've only known her as Wanda at this moment. So what I thought was going to happen is we were going to, for the first time, we did get a version of this word, we did hear a version of it, but I thought it was going to finally be acknowledged through verbal words that Wanda is a mutant. I thought we were going to hear that word. We did hear the word mutation in a different context, but I just thought, at the end of this movie, the conclusion was going to be that she is a mutant, because Disney has not been allowed to say that word, right? Because Fox had the X-Men rights, but obviously we know Disney purchased Fox, which means they have the X-Men rights back, which means they can use the word mutant. And things were lining up to sort of show us that she was born a mutant, has been able to sort of use her power since she was a kid. It wasn't necessarily the terrorist group that tested her and turned her into Scarlet Witch, gave her these powers. It was something she was born with. So I was like, man, that's what this episode is. We are going to hear the word mutant at the end of this episode, and it's going to be so exciting. But it didn't happen. So, I don't know, still a really good episode, but it just didn't quite have the punch that I thought it could have with that word. We weren't given any Quicksilver or anything like that. So, I'm hoping we do in the next episode, and that gets explained a little bit more. Because that's why I'm here. I'm here to learn more about the X-Men. The X-Men are my jam. I just dropped my Dick Tracy hat. But anyway, here's my X-Men hat. And I really love that the X-Men are, showing up. The X-Men franchise that I love, the one that came out in 2000. I just love that is being infused into this world so much. It warms my heart. It makes me so happy that it's not being completely ignored. And I want more of it. The more that they can drip into the MCU, the happier I'll be. But yeah, so I'm thinking next week we may get more of that. But this was very much Agatha, sort of taking us on a journey of Wanda's past, and how she got her powers, sort of. We also learn more about Agatha. That's kind of what the opening episode or opening portion of the episode was, which is really cool, like Salem witch trials sort of thing, that period. And that was cool to see, and how she got her powers, and it seems like she's a witch, but an exceptional witch, and just better than the rest of the witches. She didn't necessarily know that, but she discovered it, and then went on to become what she is. But it took her many, hundreds of years to do this, where Wanda, did it in just a normal lifetime, right? And that's where Agatha's like, I don't understand. How are you so powerful where, it took me 300 years to get where I'm at, where it's just, 30 years or something like that. So I don't know. It was a really cool episode, but I did not get the word mutant, which is what I was really hoping for. But you know, that's fine. It'll happen eventually. I just thought it was going to be that episode. But as I was watching, like I wasn't predicting it beforehand. It just kind of seemed like this episode was heading toward that road that was going to end with the word mutant being spoken by somebody. And it didn't happen. But okay. So, yeah, Snowman, chickens, WandaVision. That's today's episode. Thank you for watching, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.